Hi, this is Tim Mai. Welcome to the 1000 Deals in 30 Days Challenge. We are now on day number 25. Wow. We are in module number 4, which is on how to close and get paid. And for today and tomorrow, I am going to go through some of the questions that you guys have been asking in the forum. I figured this would be a more efficient way for me to get all of the questions answered in one place, where you can find the answers to all of the questions in one place, rather than being scattered around the forum. So I'm going to do that today, and I hope you have learned a lot so far this week and so far in this 30-day challenge. And I hope that these questions will help clarify a lot of things for you. So I'm going through here, and I just go through. I mean, we're taking pretty much sort of like the raw footage, or the raw and the questions from the forum. So if there's any, like, if the questions look kind of weird or not organized well, that's because we're just, I had my assistant to just take it from the forum for me to answer. So here's a question: how do you separate yourself from competition if we all mailing the same buyers here? All right, that is a great question for sure. And number one, you have to understand that not everybody who are going through this challenge is in the same city as you are. And number two, you have to also understand that not everybody is taking action like you are. So the chance of the same buyers getting your email and someone else's email actually is not that big. But but certainly I highly suggest for you guys to write your own emails, fine-tune the script to match you, what you want to say, and that's one way of differentiating yourself from your competition. And if it also happens that more than one of you guys send out the same exact email, well, that just means that it's not as effective. Chances are the buyer won't reply to either one of you because they think you're robots or something sending the exact same email. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Okay. All right. Here's a question. Let's see here. How do we protect ourselves when we are wholesale marketing, either from the wholesaler trying to go around me to the buyer during or after a transaction, and the same goes for the buyer, to keep everything fair and honest so everyone gets paid? How do we do this? Well, built into the flex option, it's a line that says, seller agree not to negotiate with the buyer directly. And that sort of help you with the non-circumvent. Now, if they do that, you have to sue them in courts. But you gotta trust most people, and once you build a relationship with these people, and they understand that you're in it for the long term, that you are trying to build a long-term relationship with them, you are going to be sending more buyers their way. I haven't had any issues with investors and sellers going behind my back or anything. I know they exist out there, but it's not common that happens. And so I say just move forward. And if it does happen, that they go behind your back, so move on. Move on to the next person. Don't worry too much about it. But like I said, it's not a common thing. Okay? You can also have them sign a non-circumvent agreement, which is available in the members area of dodeals.com there. Have the seller sign a non-circumvent agreement, or have the buyer sign a non-circumvent agreement as a separate, for extra measures there. But on these smaller deals, a lot of buyers and sellers are kind of reluctant to sign that. But on bigger deals, they're very open to that because they understand the game. And so if you want to make sure that you are protected and you want to force them to sign the non-circumvent agreement, otherwise you don't work with them, and so be it. You can do that and enforce that. Okay. All right. This is the continuation, not just for the wholesale strategies, but about all strategies involving buyers, middlemen, and sellers. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, for a time when for time when I'm wholesaling and I have a contract directly with a homeowner, then I filed an affidavit and memorandum of contract to the county clerk's office. And by filing that affidavit and memorandum of contract, which is also available in the members area there, you get to you cloud up the title, right? And so when a title company does research on it, they find out that you have a contract on the property, and so they would contact you, and that helps prevent other people going around you. Okay. But I only do that when I have a contract directly with a homeowner. I don't do that when I'm going through a wholesaler. Okay. While building my buyers list, a wholesaler said he has a house under contract and wants me to help him sell it. What form do I use to split the profit with him? Appreciate any help. Okay. The flex option form would be what you use to control the property and help him sell it to your buyers. Right. Let's see here. I would like to know. I don't understand what's wrong with my Excel here. Why can't I just scroll down just a little bit? I would like to know what to say when you call your leads and they ask you about your property. They want to go look at it. They want details, and you don't have even a property. On top of that, they're thinking you're a flake because you're trying to get all the info, but you can't tell them anything about this so-called property that you're so desperate to get rid of. How do you handle that? Yeah, this is, if you don't have a property, you certainly don't have to say you have a property. You can just tell them that, you can just say, we run across, I have properties, or my associates have properties, or I run across properties, and so I, let me get your contact information and your what you're looking for, and I'll make sure I'll bring you the right property, because we do have, we can get more than one property in different types of properties, different part of town. And I did a video on this, so make sure you watch in the members area for the more, I guess, detailed explanation for that. All right, here's the next question. I called a landlord buyer in Washington, but was asked to prove I was a seller. So what do you say when you all ask that question? Well, number one, I've never had a landlord ask me for that question, because if I'm not a seller, why would I be marketing a property to him? And so I don't know what happened in your conversation that he asked you such a thing. Or you can just say, well, I'm not the homeowner, but I do have a equitable interest. I do have a contract on the property, and so now I'm wholesaling it. So you can just say it that way. You don't have to say that you are the seller in terms of the homeowner. So having a flex option is having a legal right to sell it to them. You can answer it that way. She also asked how I got her number. I told her I got it at dodeals.com, but she has not heard of it. Yeah, I mean, a lot of landlords have not heard about us because we don't really cater to them. On top of that, I was asked if I have a website, which I don't. That doesn't really make me look professional either. Okay. Sorry about all the questions. I need help so I can move forward. It's okay if you don't have a question. It's okay if you don't have a website. There's plenty of investors out there do business without a website. So you can just tell them, hey, I still haven't got my website yet because I'm busy. I'm busy doing my real estate business. But I am willing to work hard to help you. Help you get your property sold. And so you don't have to give them a website, but if you want to, we do have a website available for you in the members area of Do Deals, and so you certainly can use that. Right, here's more question. What is the structure of your transaction? Are you brokering them for other owners? Are these bank REOs or actual properties with recorded NODs? What exactly are you selling? What process is involved? Were we interested in buying any deals you control? You know, we are not brokering these deals. We get these deals under a flex option, which gives us the right to market these properties for sale, because now we are a principal in this transaction. Okay, and so and we are in this 30-day challenge, we were just dealing with wholesale deals. We're not talking about REOs. You can't use flex option on REOs or pre-foreclosures or anything like that. Just strictly wholesale deals that we were dealing with. I mean, that, you know, I do have other courses and stuff that teach other strategies, but for this particular 30-day challenge, I wanted you guys to focus on just the wholesale deals from other wholesalers. Hi, I noticed you have a house for rent. Okay, well, that's not really a question. If the lead is apparently a real estate company, should I email them? If it's a real estate agent, like real estate brokerage company, then don't bother emailing them. But if it's a property management company or an investment company, then certainly you can do that. I'm new to real estate, period. When doing my homework and searching for landlord buyers, Tim said your city. Does he mean surrounding areas or cities close by? Because there are no buyers in or near the city in which I reside. Any help is appreciated. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, any city, when I say your city, I meant any city that you want to invest in. So if it's not around your area and if it's outside of your area, then that's fine too. Whatever city you want to invest in. Okay. All right, here's another one. What do you do when you encounter another wholesaler that will not work with you unless you have proof of funds? How do I get the proof of funds? Do I get it from my buyers? If they're not willing to work with you unless you have proof of funds, you can go to dodealsdayfunding.com, dodealsdayfunding.com, and you can get yourself a proof of fund there. Okay? Or you can get it from your buyers whenever you find your buyers. That is correct. Okay. If we see an out-of-state property we want to market, we obviously can't show it to buyers. What's the best way to market it? We can't just copy another wholesaler's ad, can we? What about a Redfin ad? How can we use the pictures and prop details to put in our ad? If we see an out-of-state property we want to market, we obviously can. Oh yeah, okay. Well, you can work with that wholesaler to you can work with that wholesaler to show it to your buyer, and just let that wholesaler know that you're in another state, but you have buyers in his local town, and so work with them to to coordinate the showing. And yeah, try not to copy another wholesaler's ad, just modify it. Yeah, and make sure you have their permission too if you're going to be marketing the same property. Okay. How can I take advantage of a bank-owned property? I can't seem to find a wholesaler who has properties in my area. My buyers want to buy. I can, however, find bank-owned properties in these areas. Is there a way I can call a realtor to get a flex option signed, or is there some other way to go about this? Or is this just not practical? Yeah, you can't use flex option on bank-owned REOs. And for this 30-day challenge, I want to just focus on wholesale deals. I don't want to confuse you guys and go into other strategies such as REOs, and so just focus on other wholesale deals right now. I'm surprised that if there's a lot of bank-owned properties in your area and there's no wholesalers, I don't know. Normally, any areas that have a lot of foreclosures, a lot of REOs have a lot of wholesalers. But I guess you just have to keep on looking for them and ask around, ask other investors.